Hello and welcome to the race at Red Bull Ring for the Reddit Sportscar Championship. Today, as you can see, Bagpipes managed to take pole, Opkavost in the Ginetta second place, who won the last race at Spa, Alex Sinclair third, GZR fourth, Jack Fish fifth, Happy Hippie sixth, Iggy Turtle seventh, Drew eighth and Pixtecker ninth. Pixtecker did struggle in the wet weather in qualifying, couldn't get a good lap together. Let's see if he can change that now, as we now wait for the race to begin. All on the start line. This track is supposed to be wet the whole race, which will throw up a few problems for these drivers. That's what the forecast says. And and in qualifying we did notice, the race is about to begin, but in qualifying a few drivers went off. Opkavost, I noticed, did go off a few times, but here we go, the start of the race is beginning. B-pipes, Opkavost, Opfer is now coming up into turn one, looks down the inside. Can he do anything about it? No, he's too far back. B-Pipe's got a great start off the line. Jackfish up to third place. Alex Sinclair did drop back big time, but B-Pipes is third. Opper second, Jack third, Alex fourth so far, as they head up the hill after Castrol Edge into this next corner. Opfer is looking up the inside, of course, too far back right now, but Jackfish out of nowhere seems to be attacking. He didn't do too well in qualifying, he was a couple of seconds off, but that shows what a great start can do. Brings him up into the podium positions. Alex Sinclair has to get a move done early. This weather means you can hardly see. Let's have a look on board with Alex Sinclair of what he can see in the cockpit. Oh no! And they hit. Let's go to trackside. What happened here? Happy Hippie up into oh dear. Happy Hippie's up into second. What on earth happened here? Obver is in third. Unfortunately missed that. GZR fourth. Iggy fifth. Drew sixth. Jackfish manages to get past. Alex Sinclair eighth. And Pixtecker is off into the gravel trap. What a shame. Look at all this though. What on earth happened there? We completely missed it. Unfortunately went on board at the wrong time. B-Pipes though, as the leader, he got past all of it. It seemed like the whole field was hooked up in that in some way or another. But he goes wide, but it doesn't really matter. He's got room to make mistakes. The 6 second gap, he can open it up. He was faster than Opfer, obviously, in qualifying, but Opfer can pull it out in the race. We will have to see. GZR, brilliant stuff there. Brilliant stuff. Third place, managed to weave his way through all the accident, and is now third place, highest position he's been so far. Brilliant. Jackfish is now under attack from Iggy Turtle. What could happen here? Iggy Turtle having a peak? No, nothing. Too far back. Way too far back to even try a try an overtake up Castrol Edge. Way too far back for that. But now GZR seems to have lost time there. Could he have went wide? I should think so. This weather, it's impossible to see. Look at all that spray. We've got to look on board. We have to. We simply have to. Oh my goodness! And we've got another spin. We have got another spin. This time, who was it? Was it Jackfish? It was Jackfish. Jackfish got himself into a little spin. Luckily, he managed to remedy it before it turned too much. Drew the Great though. Drew, he's so far back right now. It's such a shame because he could have weaved his way through the traffic, but it appears, judging by that damage on the front of the car as well, he's in the same position as Pixtecker. Just can't do too well in this wet weather, unfortunately for him. But Alex Sinclair, what a shame for him. Qualified quite high up and is down to 7th. Of course, we know what Alex is like. He can get his way through this field, but it's wet. It just makes everything that bit harder. The back of the car will slide out. Get a bit onto the grass, it's 3 times as more slippy than usual. You will go flying straight off. You've got to be so careful on the throttle. In fact, let's have a look to see what Iggy is doing on the throttle now. Like, let's go. Brings it down slowly. Feathers the brake, brings it up. Look how slowly, look how careful he has to be with the throttle. But this gives GZR a chance to get through. He's up on the inside. Both in Ginettas, of course. Very similar straight line speeds, if not the same. It depends on their setup, obviously. And GZR pushes his way through. Now, are they side by side again? No. Iggy accepts defeat there. But look at this battle. We've got a nearly on 5-way battle here. And Happy up the inside of GZR. GZR is in trouble now. And he goes up into 3rd place. Brilliant stuff there. Absolutely brilliant stuff there from Happy. We didn't see anything like that from him in Spa. Now we've seen brilliant stuff here. This rain and that crash on the start of the race, it's really turned this race on its head. But GZR gets straight back through again. Round the outside, but no, can't keep it going. Happy Hippie keeps the position. GZR now still getting on close, but now he's got Iggy Turtle to worry about behind. And Iggy Turtle's got to look out for Jackfish. Iggy Turtle's got to look out for Jackfish, who manages to overtake Iggy Turtle. Good overtake there from Jackfish. Very solid. Alex is being careful. We don't want a repeat of the start of the race, of course, because that's going to trash everyone's races. Bring them even further back from the leader. But something we haven't noticed is B-Pipes is pitting. I wonder why. What could be the reason for that? Has he got damage? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. We'll have a look when he leaves the pits. He's taking a while in the pits actually. That's bodywork damage, 100% aero damage. B-Pipes. I don't know what to say about that. Now Opva might do a repeat of Spa now. Into the lead. 14 seconds ahead of the next car along. B-Pipes only just released from the pits. We know he's the fastest man on the track, but could that be enough? Of course, this wet weather throws a spanner into the works for everyone. 2 minutes 7 behind the leader now. Insane stuff. Absolutely insane stuff. While Happy Hippie has got... Look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable. Manages to pull out a gap while these guys are all squabbling amongst themselves. We've got Happy Hippie who manages to take advantage. Alex Sinclair touches the back of Iggy. Alex Sinclair, fair enough, slows down. Knew he made a mistake there. Now Iggy slows down. Oh! What on earth happened there? Why did Iggy slow down so much? What is going on there? Alex Sinclair nearly got sent straight into the wall by Iggy Turtle. Now Iggy Turtle's letting Alex Sinclair past. And now GZR past. What have we missed here? We've missed another issue in the race. I'd love to find out what happened after the race with that, because that was interesting. He sent Alex into the wall there by slowing down after Alex let Iggy past for touching him. Strange stuff. Very strange stuff. Jackfish has got away and is now catching up to Happy. What can he do from here though, thinking about it? These two seem to be quite similar on pace in qualifying. However, if you look at their last laps, 0.3 faster, 1:49 for Jackfish, 1:50.1 for Happy. Mind you, Opva, he clearly went wrong somewhere, because that gap has come down to 8 seconds and his last lap was a 1:59.1. I tell you what, if you told me after qualifying that we would have 9 minutes into the race, Opva, Happy and Jack, I wouldn't believe you. This is brilliant. This is brilliant stuff here. As Jack closes in on Happy. Now we've got GZR getting in close on Alex. Closing the gap. And he's closing it in on GZR, but goes wide. Loses quite a bit of time there. They all lose time. What a shame for them. B-pipes though. We've got to say, what a shame for him, because he got out the box perfectly, got away from second place, which meant he got away from the incident, and we have no idea what happened. I'd also love to find this out too, because you've got to feel bad for him. You have to. After having such a brilliant lead, down to 7th place, that's not what he wants at all. Pixateca now ahead of Drew. So Drew must have went wrong somewhere, but these guys have got to finish this race. Points are on offer here. Even if you're in last place, just pull out. Oh, look at the back end of Drew the Great's car. That car. I'm surprised it's not a write-off. It looks like a write-off. You've got to say. You really have to say it looks like a write-off. But Pixateca, we've caught him in a spin. But let's go up here. As Happy gets overtaken by Jack. But now Happy back on the attack. Back on the assault. Looks to the outside. Look. No, nothing. Can't get the traction off. Look at this spray. Straight into the windshield. Now, if I were Happy, I don't know, personally, I'd understand that Jack is clearly faster than me, and I'd drop back out of the spray a bit, make a bit of a gap just to make sure he's that little bit ahead in case he makes a mistake, goes off, maybe spins in the middle of the road. It could go extremely wrong for Jack, and Happy could take advantage of that. But we don't know, of course. 1:48 last lap for Jack. Great stuff there in the Porsche. But Happy in the Aston. And now they're heading up to another Aston, and oh no. What a shame. What a shame. Cannot do too well in this weather. Can Drew. He's really struggling. This is the first time I've seen him out. Didn't see him at Spa. And it's not going too well at all. Of course, practice makes perfect. So if he has repeated laps on and on and on this track, not only will he collect points, but he'll also get better. So he's got to keep going. Pixateca is clearly getting better. Although his last lap was a 2:20, he's not completely ruined his car. Not completely trashed, just a bit of a dent at the front. It's not too bad. But Obver has now brought his lead up to 11 seconds now. 11. That's... Happy. Sorry about that. Happy is... Happy is looking... Sorry about that again. Happy is looking to get closer. Of course, I'm not sure whether it was a mistake. I'm not sure whether it was just pace, but he's got out that spray, which is very important to do, because Jack can make a mistake, and it could all go... Anyway, we've seen so far in this race. Happy and oh, GZR! He spins into the pit lane, and he's got a bit of damage. He heads back on. He's got to be careful on this throttle, otherwise he'll get himself into another spin. GZR, what a shame. What a shame for GZR as Alex gets past. He's going again, but look at that damage. He was having quite a clean race. Big shame indeed. Loses out on 4th place. But now, let's have a look here. Happy goes wide there. Got to be careful coming back onto the circuit because of that wet grass, and he's safe. He's still going well. Let's have another look down here. What B-Pipes is up to? Damage, big damage to the front of that car. If any race could have gone from amazing to downright terrible, it'd have to be B-Pipes' race. It has to be B-Pipes' race, because when you qualify pole and have such a great start, the last thing you want is for it to all go wrong. However, it's raining. He could have a Jensen Button-like fight back up towards the front, but it's a bit of a tall order now. These front guys have to really go wrong, and now he's being lapped. Such a shame by Opfer, as Opfer heads through to lap. Now, we're not giving enough attention to poor Opfer. He's clearly running well. He's being consistent. Yes, we've seen him make a mistake or two, but look at his pace. It's blistering. 1:48.1. I don't think we've actually had anyone else who's done a lap like that. Let's see. Best laps. 1:46.8, 1:48.3, 1:49.1. No. The simple answer to that is no. We've simply not seen anyone as fast as Opfer. He's nailed this. I don't know what's happened to B-Pipes' pace. He was faster than Opfer in qualifying, but maybe, of course, it could be different within the race itself, and I think we're seeing that here. Different scenario completely. The pressure mounts. It becomes so much easier to make that mistake, a lapse of concentration, because the pressure is so much, especially when you're in the front of the race. And then on top of that, once you go down to the back, all you can expect is for it to get even worse. Nerves kick in threefold, not twofold, threefold, and it becomes a mess. But it's different with different people. See, we see Pickstecker off the circuit. What a shame for him. But like I was saying, it's different people. People handle the pressure in different ways. Some people are very emotional with their driving, so if something goes wrong in the race and something like that happens repeatedly, causes you to have multiple pit stops, damn, you could be absolutely done for. However, some drivers, they can fight through that, but it's all about what your emotional state is, really. Different people feel different things, and we are seeing that today, I think. Opfer, a very cool and collected driver, proving himself here. Of course, we did see in the previous race what he can do. Oh, I can eat my words. He gets himself into a spin, but it's safe. 11-second lead on Jack. But oh wait, did we just see Opfer put himself into a second spin? Now that's hugely helped out Jackfish now, and Happy, who Jackfish could have a chance if he keeps being consistent. It doesn't matter if he loses that second or half a second per lap, letting off in a few places to make sure he's safe. As long as Opfer loses 4-5 seconds in a spin, it all adds up and it makes up for it, and we could see a battle in our hands if Opfer does make a couple more mistakes like that and Jack doesn't. Alex Sinclair up to 4th position. It seems to have got better from him as the pack started to spread out, but I think he's going to be looking at 4th. He's got to be looking at 4th. It's a bit much to ask. Look at the time remaining. We've got 11th, 50 to 150, and that's a lot of time between them. That's coming on 9 seconds. 9 seconds. Yeah, that's a lot of time. It's a big ask, a very big ask. But I'm not doubting Alex at all. We've seen what he can do. Obviously, he's always up there. He's always been up there. He can challenge. He can definitely challenge. GZR is on his own. Iggy is on his own. Maybe a little close to GZR, but it's going to be difficult for these guys to now do anything. They've few drivers, they've hit their rhythm now, but it's a bit late in the race, isn't it? The closest battle we have is Happy and Jack. But we should have watched the leader for a bit and see what he does. We've seen him make mistakes around this corner. Keeps it going. Not too bad there. Let's get up the speedo here and watch what he does with the throttle. And for the rest of this lap, I'm going to let you watch and listen to how he performs in this car. He's got 17.7 litres left. He could do pretty well. Look at this line. Wait, look at his line. Around the puddles. You don't want to go through those. Look at that. Around the track edge. You touch those, you're gone. You're straight up gone. You've got to be so careful. Anyway, I'm going to let you watch Opfer go around this course. Unless we have ourselves a bit of a spin in the track that I can notice. As he heads onto the pit straight, let's see how the leader does a lap. Now, in that lap, we saw a few interesting things. We saw how he decided to lap the car of Drew. As if he went for a bit of a draft there. That was risky, but it paid off. It did pay off. Maybe he's trying to have a bit of fun. When you're this far ahead of the rest, some drivers they just want a bit of something different, and I guess going in for a draft like that, you could count that as different. 100% you could. As he now heads up to lap his next car. Let's go down the pack again. Happy is now. What have we missed out here? We've managed to miss out. Jackfish clearly going wrong somewhere and bringing himself down the order. Bringing Happy Hippie into second place. Such a shame we missed that. That would have been interesting. But now Happy Hippie is being consistent. Look at the state of his car. Look at it. Not a scratch. Now compare that to Jack. Compare that to, well, Alex's car is pretty fine. A few scratches on the front, as you can see as he goes past. GZR, the front is caved in a little bit. Iggy Turtle's car was clean from what I remember. Must have gone wrong a bit somewhere. He has also lost time to GZR, so that could explain the lost time. B-pipes, the front of the car is a bit in. Pickstacker and Drew's car is caved in. So Happy Hippie is the only driver who's had a clean race, and it's paid off big time. Slow and Steady wins the race, or in this case gets a podium for someone who's not normally there. Great stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff to see here. We saw Happy last race. He was at the back, let's be honest. Not too good. And we can see from his laps here, he's not the fastest driver, but he's consistent. And when you're consistent in a race like this, it'll get you good. And it's got him good with 5 minutes left of the race. We're going to have to see something huge for this to go wrong for Happy and for Jack. It's nice to see these two drivers up here. We don't get to see them normally this high up. Jack is thereabouts. Happy in Spa, we didn't see him up there, but now he's in second. He's got to be proud of himself right now. No one would have wrote him on to have a second place today. Not a single person, I don't think. But he's been consistent, and that's what's got him the second place. B-Pipes is in a world of his own again. I want to have a look at these. And as we head towards the end of the race, we head in the last 5 minutes. I want to look at these lap times. B-Pipes' best lap is still a 1:47.6, and his last lap is a 1:57.9. I'm trying to understand what's going on here, because I've just realised something. The pouring rain has stopped completely. It's no longer absolutely storming it down. The spray was making me kind of not notice the weather, but now the spray is starting to die down. I've noticed, is there any rain at all even? Is there drizzle? Is there rain? I don't think so. I want to go on board with a driver to see. No rain spots on their windshield at all. None. No more rain. The track will start to dry up. I don't think it will dry up before the end of the race. There's only 4 minutes to go. But the lack of rain coming down does make it easier for the drivers. But if a dry line does start to appear, then that throws another spanner in the works for the last minute or so, because a dry line means anyone can spin off if they go slightly on it, because you get comfortable on the dry line. And as you see that, it touches the grass a little bit, loses the car a bit, but it's fine, it keeps it going. Happy Hippie now is now under threat from Jackfish. Jackfish is caught straight back up to Happy Hippie. Straight back up, and he's charging as hard as he can to try and make something happen at the end of the race. Alex is in a world of his own. There's no other thing I can say about him. No one in front of him, no one behind him. Just managed to get through that traffic from pretty much last in the order, 7th place. And oh, what's going on here? We've got ourselves a battle for the end of the race. We've got Jackfish versus Happy. The Pirelli Aston versus the H&R Porsche. I don't want to see any desperation moves from Jack, because that can ruin both of their races here, and that's not what they need. Around the final corner, what are we going to see him do? Let's head into a cockpit. Nice there, let him straight past, but he gets closer. See that, even in the first corner, dives in, takes a few tenths off, and those few tenths are very important now up the hill. If I were him, I wouldn't go for a dive or anything now. He's too far back. It's not Burnout 3 takedown. This is Project Cars 2. This is sim racing. Oh no, not close enough, but again takes off another few tenths there. Consistency can help, but as we're seeing here, at the same time it can't, because if you're being consistent, everything's all and good. If you've got a guy who's charging at you like Jackfish right now, who's faster, it throws a big spanner in the works of your race. Happy is very much in the target zone now. He's in the crosshairs of Jack Fish. He wants the second place very badly indeed, and he's showing it. He's looking, getting closer. Now within a second of Happy. Very close indeed. Nothing into the final corner. And now nothing, no. He's in the split stream though. He's there. He's behind. He has a peak. Can there be aero damage on Jack Fish's car, which could affect him in the straights? Could the Aston be naturally faster in the straights than Jack? That'd make things even harder. But we've seen the Porsche can corner very well indeed. And we've seen the Aston, judging by the two at the back, it could be not too good, and maybe this is as fast as Happy can take the Aston around. But the Porsche has shown to be fast, as seen by Alex, and as seen by Jack right now. The lap times are getting even faster, a 1:43 by Opva. Yeah, that's his fastest. His best lap was his last lap. And he goes wide. No fastest lap this lap. But Jack seems to have lost time there. I think this could be it. Opva heads around the final corner to take the win here at Austria, flashing the lights. Very good performance from him. A few spins, but he was safe. The gap was big enough behind. He was safe, but we've still got Jack Fish attacking the back of Happy. Is he going to look? He looks. Nope, nothing. Too far back, and he goes wide. Both of them go wide. Smashes through the barricade. And he's up the inside. But no, Happy. Brilliant performance by Happy. I'm very, very impressed by his consistency. The most consistent driver out there gets second place. Good stuff there. Alex Sinclair, not too far behind from the end. He was also very consistent. He was a bit of a dark horse of this entire race. He was there in the shadows, putting in good, consistent laps, and that got him fourth. After being so far behind, that's pretty good. GZR comes in might come in fifth. We don't know what could happen here. That's quite a good line through there. Just getting to the edge of the track. And now the rest of the cars have been lapped. B-Pipes has been lapped. Pix and Drew have been lapped. So GZR will be in fifth place with a very decent performance. For him, we didn't see too much of him last race because he got taken out completely. But that's it, the end of the race. Remember when GZR got taken out on the first lap? Completely is not his fault. Redeemed it nicely there. Fifth place, but we've got Opva first, second Happy, third Jack Fish, fourth Alex, fifth GZR, sixth Iggy, seventh B-Pipes, eighth Pixtecker, and ninth Drew. Good race from these guys. Exciting at the start. Everything that could have went wrong for B-Pipes went wrong after getting pole. Best lap, fastest lap award will go to Opva, unsurprisingly. He nailed it today. Few mistakes, but overall he nailed it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.